Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we're going to be checking out the new Robin Tim Drake figure done by McFarlane Toys and the Gold Label collection. Very cool. So yeah, before we check out Tim Drake, let's look at the box and then we'll look at the accessories. Doing a little overview of the box, we got the little Gold Label patch right there on the top. We got a window that says Tim Drake. We get the nice comic book look for this figure. They did without the CG render. Instead, they went with a nice comic image. On the side, we get Robin Tim Drake. On the top, not much going on. And yeah, that's going to do it for the box. Let's take a look at those accessories now. And up first for the accessories for the Robin figure, we've got the standard issue trading card with the same image that we saw on the back of the box on the front of the card. Tim Drake Robin, and the read-up on Tim Drake on the back. You know what? I actually started to think, like, these were just, like, part of it. Like, I wasn't really going for these cards at first, but I'm starting to think that McFarlane was like, you know what's popular? Pokemon cards. You know what's also popular? Superheroes. We give them both in the same box, and we make chase cards. Too bad, I don't think anybody is actually interested in these cards. I don't know, that's just me. Next up for the accessories, we got the standard disc base with the one peg. It's got DC very... there you go. Now you can see it shining off the light a little bit. And we got Robin's bow staff. Looking nice. I wish that maybe we got different colored for the grips or something. Maybe black right here. Just to change it up so it's not all this like gray-white. And last off, we get a Batarang. Very tiny. Really easy to make it slip out of his hands too. I lost this for like a day. And it took a while to try and find it. So be careful. It doesn't really stay into his hand very well. That's my fault. And I was just moving him around and I lost it for a day. Perfect timing to find it again for the video. Alright, that's going to be it for the accessories. Let's look at Tim Drake. And here we got Tim Drake out of the box. Looking super awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to notice that they're starting to get their stuff a little bit more together at McFarlane Toys. With the proportions are still a little bit wacky. But it's way better than the figures we got the very first figures that we got from them. They're starting to get it, I think. And doing a little overview, we got his hair wafting. He's got a little spiky going on, looking like in sync a little bit with the frosted tips. We got a little classic domino mask. Instead of having his eyes out, we got the whited out eyes on the mask. Which I would have preferred either one. Either one's fine. And looking at the back, we got the cape. See, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not too big of a fan of pre-posed anything. Especially capes. I would much rather just it stagnant, just going straight up and down instead of wafting to one side. I feel like they're just taken away from your choice of what you could do with the pose. It feels a little more restricted where you have to have them. I don't know. That could just be me. Also, a lot of fine detail going out through his whole suit. If you look at images, he doesn't have that much detail going on. In a comic version, in the comic books, you just get flat red suit, no bumps, no nothing in the suit. And I've seen that a lot of people have commented that on different videos that he's actually supposed to look like a different version. This suit is supposed to be a different version, not red and black. It's supposed to be red, yellow, and black and green. And right here is obviously where it's supposed to be. It looks like a sleeve, doesn't it? it looks like this is supposed to be green, and then this is supposed to be skin color, and then this is black. That's what I've noticed anyway. So yeah. And down here at the feet, we got the weird two-toe boots. Strange. Okay, for the articulation, you can look up about that much. Down, not really. He's kind of looking at you straight in the eye. Do we get any tilting? Not so much, a little bit. You can spin around full 360. Same thing with the arms. For a T-pose, we can get about that much. We do get a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, which he can punch himself in the face. And again, I think I said this in my last review of a figure. If he's got gauntlets right here, or if he's even got boots, put a cut right there so that we can have some leeway with the forearm. But they don't do that. We have full 360 with the hands, and they hinge up and down. For the chest articulation, or like the diaphragm, I mean, he does not crunch forward, like at all. Which I wish happened so you could get him in some dynamic like jumping poses, but instead it just looks like he's sliding on the ground. No ab crunch forward. I need to look and see if on Reddit or something that's people have done some modifications to give this guy an ab crunch, or if you guys know how to do that, leave it in the comments. That'd be great. This figure only really has the like a back crunch going on. That's it. I don't even know where to begin to try and even give this guy a crunch. It's all stopped with all of the sculpt and everything. Moving along, we get the awesome outside underwear. We get double jointed knees that he can kick himself in the butt. Oh, sorry. He can also move his diaphragm like this. And his waist does turn a little bit, but his belt kind of gets in the way. Double jointed knees. No boot rotation. We do get, these two are different pieces. We get the boot, we get this ankle piece, and we get the foot. So you can, at the ankle piece, spin it all the way around. And for the foot, we can move forward, backward, and we do get toe articulation and ankle pivot. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the overview of this Robin figure. So let's take some measurements and compare them to some other figures. And measuring out Tim, we get pretty much right on the 7-inch mark from his frosted tips. And here we've got Tim compared to two Batman figures that I have reviewed on this channel. We got the Injustice 2 Batman. We got the Batman from the Batman movie. And they made Tim a little too tall, in my opinion. He definitely scales the best with the Robert Pattinson Batman. But I would prefer it if he was more in scale with the Injustice 2 Batman, but the only way to do that is to shave off some of his legs. So, yeah. And here we got Tim Drake compared to some other Robins. We got Tim Drake from the Batman Arkham games. I think Arkham City, actually. And then we've got Robin from the DC Collectibles. DCUC, actually. And this is just actually a 50 times better version of this figure. Although I do prefer the height for this one. Bring him down. Maybe right there. Put his head right there. That's a good height for Robin. He needs to be a lot shorter, in my opinion. And that's going to do it for the comparisons. Well, that's going to do it for me in this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and please leave a comment. I try and read every single one. They make my day. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.